Hey, happy Friday to you. Welcome back to the Friday Funnies. Well, we've come to the end of April, which means that we are now only 16 months from yet another presidential election. President Biden announced this week that he's going to run for re-election, and he will be 82 years old at the election time. On the other side, it looks like Donald Trump will be running against him again. Trump will be 78 at election time. This gives us 160 years worth of codgers to choose from. Isn't there anybody that's not on Social Security who'd be available to run? Anyhow, whoever wins, I imagine that the inaugural dinner is going to consist of soft foods and pudding. You know, the thing that puzzles me is that the major debate topics in this election are currently gun control, abortion, and LGBTQ issues. But nobody's talking about the blow-up elephant in the room, inflation. Inflation is good for basketballs, beach balls, and blow-up elephants, but not for anything else. Prices are rising on everything, except the Friday Funnies. You're welcome. And they're rising to the point where you have to choose between paying your mortgage and getting a dozen eggs. And Monday is May Day, a legal holiday in 66 countries, but not in the United States, which is too bad. If you want the day off, you're either going to have to move to one of those countries or just call in sick. Whatever you do, please take time out right now to enjoy the Friday Funnies. The Blackpool Zoo in England is having a problem with seagulls. Now, while seagulls are not an exhibit at the zoo, they're pestering the patrons at the zoo's main dining areas. And since the zoo is all about animal welfare, they needed a humane way to get rid of the seagulls in the dining areas. So this opened up a whole new job. They are currently looking for people who would be comfortable wearing a giant eagle costume to frighten the seagulls away. They said the ideal candidates must be flexible, energetic, able to screech like an eagle, and willing to eat roadkill for authenticity. Customs authorities in Belgium destroyed 196 12-packs of Miller High Life beer. The beer was on its way to Germany, which makes me wonder why anybody in that country, which makes fantastic beer, would want Miller High Life. But hey, at least they didn't order Bud Light. The beer was destroyed because of Miller High Life's tagline, the champagne of beers. And European officials state that champagne is only allowed to be used on sparkling wines that come from the French region of Champagne. Miller apologized and said they would change their slogan to the more believable, the Boone's Farm of beers. In Frankfurt, Germany, a court ruled in favor of a landlord who liked to sunbathe naked in the courtyard of his building. Other residents complained that they didn't want to look out the window and see his Wiener Schnitzel, so they demanded lower rent, figuring if he can drop his pants, he can drop the rent. But this week, a judge ruled for the naked landlord who sunbathed in a spot where he could only be seen by leaning far out of a window. The renter said if he didn't stop that, one of them might fall out of the window and be seriously hurt. Hey, my friends, that's it for another week. Thank you for joining me. Please pass these along to everyone you know so that we can get more laughter in this world and listen to my podcast, Another Day Above Ground. Other than that, I'll see you next Friday.